Hello. So today we are speaking with my friend Phyllis over here. She's my dear friend. She lives in Central California and she is a nurse. And I want her to share from her perspective and from where she's at in life, why she decided to do the business of Plexus, even though she had a thriving career as a nurse and has, how this has benefited her, how this has benefited her family, especially at this time to have a whole nother source of income, and kind of what her purpose and passion is behind it and what fuels her. So if you could introduce just a little bit about yourself and how you started, and then what life looks like for you now with being in a thriving business, having a thriving team, a growing team, even when the economy is suffering, how you're able to help other people right now specifically and financially and with their health, and how this has blessed your family.
Okay, thanks, Julia, for doing this. This is actually awesome because, yeah, I have a passion for this for sure. And I didn't start Plexus for any kind of business, actually. I started because I was desperate, and I'll share a little bit about that later. But what I quickly found is that other people were just desperate just like me. And so my passionate nurse heart said, I can't keep this a secret. I have to share with people. And so I took the advice of my good friend Brooke and posted about it on social media. Just started talking to anybody that had any complaint whatsoever. I reached out to them. And before I knew it, a business not just started, it exploded for me. And so at about a month in, that's when I said, okay, am I drinking the Kool-Aid? Like literally drinking the Kool-Aid, or am I really in to do this? And so I said, of course I'm in. Like the amount of money I had made at 1 month was over $1,300, which is now something you can make easily. The compensation plan's even better now. So I made that kind of money in 1 month because I had 24 people join my team, and not just by me adding them. My friends started seeing great results and they started adding people. And so it's just what was an accidental business is a business now. It's no longer an accident. And it's because of the lives I've seen change, and over 1,000 people I've added to my team. It's seeing the lives change that keeps fueling my passion for sharing. Because trust me, as a nurse, I could work an overtime shift and make $1,000 a day. You know, it wasn't about the money in the beginning for me. It was definitely about looking that we can prevent illness rather than come through the ER, because I'm a nurse of over 21 years in the emergency room. And it's big Band-Aids is what we're putting on people there. They just come right back in the door the next day or a week later or a month later. We know people by name, actually. So I just thought, what in the world is this stuff? And look at how it's helping people and it's changing their lives. And so from there, I just kept sharing, and I'm still sharing 2.5 years later. What the business has done for me, holy smokes. Okay, so in 11 months, I'd grown to a position in the company of making over $100,000 a year. Free trips to Hawaii with my husband. They pay for the plane ride, they pay for a 5-star hotel, and they pay for a car rental. They pay for our meals. Like it's all inclusive when we get there. And that's a trip that we can count on every single year. Excuse me, for the rank that I'm at in the company. Now, that is just incredible, right? Because most people haven't ever been to Hawaii. This is something that is just an absolute blessing. And we're just so grateful and thankful. In the emergency room, over 21 years, I have never received a trip to anywhere. I think we got $50 this last Christmas, and that's our big bonus. So Plexus is amazing for so many reasons. What else has it done for us? It has allowed us to buy a car for our son when he turned 16 without putting it on any kind of credit. It allows us to pay for his private Catholic school education. He's graduating this year, and so it's going to allow for us to pay for his college. He will have no debt whatsoever coming out of college. It allows for us to have trips. It allows for us to save for retirement, which we were already doing before. We managed our money well, but we do have some debt. Like we bought some fun things. We're getting ready to pay all of this stuff off. So it is giving us this major financial freedom at the stage in life that we are in. My husband's a fireman. He retires in less than 4 years. And so my dream and what's going to be possible is that I will be retired before him. So I'm working 6 days a month as a nurse, and I'm able to do both jobs, which I'm blessed to do because I still love my bedside nursing. But it'll be so great to not have to even worry about clocking in or clocking out. Um, anyway, what a blessing. That's all I can say.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Where you were at with your health 4 years ago, do you feel like you could have taken on an extra business, held it together as a nurse, done all this stuff? I know you said you didn't start for the business, but would you have been able to grow a team of over 1,000 people if your health was in the same place that it was 4 years ago?
So yeah, so actually it was just 2.5 years ago that I started Plexus. And I was a marathon runner, and I was kind of sassy about my health. Like, oh, I'm good. I'm healthy. I eat right. I exercise. I do all the things. But once I started Plexus, I realized, oh my goodness, I had joint pain. I had migraines. I had restless legs. I had chronic infections, urinary tract infections, canker sores, sinus infections. I mean, like, that sounds like a hot mess when I make the list out, right?
Yeah, that's why.
So yes. And then the weight gain, like, why in 2 years had I put on 20 pounds if I was doing all this exercise, like literally running 35 plus miles a week, cross training at the gym 5 to 6 days. Like, I was a busy person, and I actually at the time had a second job. But yeah, I was just tired. I was miserable. I was feeling anxiety. Was having heart palpitations in my chest. And so what Plexus did for me was turn all that around. And so, yeah, I absolutely can handle all of this that comes my way and do it with grace and a calmness about me. And yeah, be able to manage it all and balance it both right now, because there is some balancing that has to be done. But the longer I do it too, it's just more routine, and it just feels like home. It feels very natural and easy. So, gosh, in the beginning, I don't know, that's a hard one to answer, other than I'm a hard worker. So I know no matter what comes my way, I'm going to push through it. But I'm just so thankful for Plexus for taking away all the sickness, the illness, the underlying dysbiosis or imbalance in my gut, the underlying inflammation that I had that I did not know could go away. And so, yeah, 41 years old, I stopped having a period. At 48 is when I found Plexus. I'll be 51 in a couple weeks. And I just can't even tell you how amazing it feels to be aging backwards and working a new business that's thriving and growing and so alive. And lastly, I have to say too, this business, when I talk about being alive, if something was to happen to me, it's a legacy business. So my husband just takes it over, or my sons. So it just falls into their lap, so to say, and they continue to work the business. So this business is never ending. So that's the other beautiful thing. Like, it's like a life insurance policy that people are not aware of. And so again, for that, I'm extremely grateful.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. I know you've been able to help a lot of people in the last month, specifically, like not only to get their products paper, but financially to make an income. What would you say to somebody who said, that sounds cute, but do people actually make money, or I can't afford it right now?
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm glad you said this, because last month I signed up 12 people. And so when people say, oh, it's such a hard time, nobody has any money, that's a bunch of garbage, because I see the UPS truck and I see Amazon boxes on everybody's porch. So I know that there's plenty of money out there. And I know that when somebody's really ready to take their health to the next level, they're ready. And you just need to be the person that is going to provide that opportunity for them. If you're not asking, somebody else will be asking. Why not you be the one to be blessed rather than somebody else? And our products are so amazing, you guys. Like, the sign up right now is so ridiculously cheap. Who starts a franchise for $10 and you're getting 7 sticks of Slim? Like, it's $20 for 7 sticks of Slim plus tax and shipping.
You're
So
making $10.
you're making $10. I know. And then 10% off your package. So Plexus is giving back right now. I had a girl sign up, got her products last Wednesday. Within 48 hours, she made $700.
Wow.
$700. So that's what I'm going to say is that you just have to be willing to talk to your family, to your friends. We met via a Zoom call, just like this here, this platform. And I chatted with her sons, her husband, and one of the sons' girlfriends. Everybody signed up. And then she had an additional friend join her. Now she has a list of 16 people, she said, that will be joining me this week for a Zoom call. They're excited. They're ready to get started. These products were made to boost immune systems. Like our gut is responsible, 70 to 80%. Our immune system is made in our gut. 90% of our serotonin and melatonin is made in our gut. So if you're a person out there that's tired, exhausted, has anxiety, isn't sleeping well, like these are the things that actually make us sicker and weaken our immune system. So Plexus is wrapping this up in a beautiful package with a big bow on top for you. So no, I don't want to hear that nobody has money, because we used to spend a lot of money on going out. We're saving a lot of money in this whole, like, being inside business right now with COVID. And with all the stuff coming out of the China studies, the CDC, NIH.gov websites, we have the probiotics that are listed in these studies. So we have what it takes. They are potent and wonderful probiotics and other vitamins and minerals that support your immune system. We have them all. So now is the time. Like, this is
Plus, you're
no
getting a
better time
stimulus
than
check.
now.
You're getting a stimulus check. So instead of taking that check and dumping it on groceries, you could dump $100 and flip it and make $700, and then go get more groceries and like invest your money and put it where it can grow, not just in surviving. I think that's the biggest thing too.
Yeah. And this blessing, like, so my husband and I, we have frontline jobs, both firemen and nurses. So we weren't hurting even going into Plexus. We weren't hurting for money, but to have that extra money to bless people is insane. Like, I've been able to pay all the people that, I used to go to for services. I'm paying them even though I'm not getting the services, because they aren't working right now, but I have this extra money to bless them. So that's what I'm choosing to do with that. And then my friend that signed up, she needs the money. So that $700 is a massive blessing to her and her family. And she said, you know what? I need it. I want it. I've been watching you for a long time. I believe you. I trust you, which she should. And so far too, in 3 days, she'd lost weight. She's like, I don't crave my ice cream that I eat at night anymore. I'm craving my Brussels sprouts. She goes, you wouldn't believe I'm actually snacking on those rather than something sugary and sweet. So, I mean, it's just so cool to watch your friends, especially and family, have these life-changing results and make this money. Like, it's crazy.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your drive with your family. And thank you so much for sharing your story and how it's blessed you and how you're using it to bless other people. That is something that is really unique about our culture, and something that I think is a huge pull for so many of us, because it's not just a business.
It's not. It's not.
And we wouldn't be showing up every day if it were just about the money, or if it were just about how to flip a paycheck or to work hard. Corporate America, we've all done that. And this is so different and unique and incredible. And that's why it is incredible. And that's why we're so passionate about it.
Yes. And the people we get to meet, like Julia, I would have never met Julia if it wasn't for Plexus. And I call it a room of astonishing people, actually auditorium of astonishing people.
Agreed.
You just meet people that share your heart, your passion, for just helping human beings. Like, who doesn't want to be a helper, right? Nobody signs up for life to be a taker, right? This is just such a great business and great platform for us to be able to give back to humanity in such a great way.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Love you, girl.
Love you.